What's up, everybody? Nate here from Out of the Basement, bringing you a brand new action figure review. Today, from Star Wars The Black Series, we're looking at the GameStop exclusive Gaming Greats Stormtrooper Commander from Star Wars The Force Unleashed. This is, of course, the most recent entry in the Gaming Greats line, finally coming out in the United States here. It's been out in Canada and I believe some other countries for quite some time now, but we are finally getting our hands on it. So let's take a look at the box here. You can see it is a nice, wonderful matte black. One of the final times we're going to be seeing this style of box in the line. But the Gaming Greats stuff always looks great because it switches it up. It's got that nice deep blue in the back, and you can see the wonderful artwork right here with that shining pop-out blue on the actual trooper. It looks awesome. I love how the image looks very battle damaged. Of course, the figure is not like that, but that is just a nice little piece of art. Of course, you've got the Force Unleashed logo right there. On the side, you can see that it says Stormtrooper Commander, and it's that nice striking blue. On the back here is a bio. You can pause it and read it now if you'd like. On the side here, you've got Stormtrooper Commander and Stormtrooper. On the bottom, not a whole lot going on. On the top, nothing going on. So let's go ahead and get this guy out of the package. We'll take a look at his two accessories, which we've seen about 100,000 times in the line. And of course, then we'll take a look at the figure, which we've also seen about 100,000 times in the line. First up, we have the standard Stormtrooper blaster. It's the same mold that we've been getting for years and years and years and years and years at this point. So it is nothing really new, although of course Hasbro went the extra mile and gave us a little bit of silver paint. So thanks, Hasbro. Then we also have the longer rifle right here, which does actually have a nice little bit of silver dry brushing to it, which it's always a great thing when Hasbro actually paints the weapons. You never know if you're going to get a painted or unpainted weapon with the troopers or with any character these days with Hasbro. But I'm happy, since these are GameStop exclusives and they're like $2-ish more than a normal figure, that Hasbro at least is painting the weapons. Of course, the sculpting and detailing looks great. We've seen this a million times. Let's take a look at the figure. All right, and here is the Stormtrooper Commander out of the packaging. And I know I kind of sounded like I was down on this figure, or like I don't appreciate. And here is the Stormtrooper Commander out of the packaging. And I know I kind of sounded like I was a little annoyed with the offerings brought to us by this figure, but I actually really do enjoy this figure. Of course, I'm super excited to finally get the new Stormtrooper mold. It looks awesome, but I've always loved this mold as well. I think it's very good. And so far, of course, you get the same old accessories, but the details on this guy are actually very nice. He's got some nice blue paint on him. He has a decent amount of battle damage. I'm kind of tempted to pick up a second one and give him even a little bit more battle damage, because I just think that that would look so awesome. But yeah, I don't want you guys to think that this is a bad figure or that I'm shitting on it or that I'm tired of the mold, because I'm absolutely not. So let's go ahead. We're going to take this guy off the stand and get a closer look at the details. All right, so here he is up close and personal, and you can see more of that really awesome blue paint on the actual figure itself, along with more of the battle damaged details. I love that the blue paint is nice and scuffed. I think that's a really nice detail, sort of adds to the damaged effect. And he's got some nice brown and all sorts of little dings and dents painted onto the armor. A little bit of damage there on the legs as well. And of course on the arms, looking really nice. On the back of the figure, the blue paint actually continues. And we actually do have some more battle damage on the back of the figure, which, wow, thank you, Hasbro. You got some more right there as well. Hasbro usually does not paint these figures on the back, but I guess they were feeling bad about these being GameStop exclusives, so they thought they'd throw us collectors here a bone. Of course, he's got more blue paint running down the leg, and that just looks fantastic. On the feet as well, again, more really awesome blue paint there. It's all painted very cleanly on the figure. Of course, it's meant to look battle damaged, so that could also hide some of the sloppiness, but it's really not sloppy at all. And also, I guess I should note that the Pauldrons actually look like they are blue. Actually, they look like they're painted blue, but then have white painted on top of them. It's kind of hard to tell. Can't really see on the inside of the figure there, but You know how it goes. We've seen this Stormtrooper mold a bunch. The blue lines on the arms are actually painted really cleanly as well. So kudos to Hasbro for the paint app detail on this figure. It is very nice. And of course you get your typical weapon storage there for the E11 blaster. So now let's go ahead and take a quick look at his articulation, although it is the same as every single Stormtrooper that has been released to this day. Okay, so the Stormtrooper's head can look up very far, and it can look down not much at all. It's more of a straightforward look. Of course, you get this side to side. You get all that rotation around. It's that standard ball joint hinge. These shoulders move out about that far, which definitely could be improved. And I think we'll definitely see that improvement coming with the new Stormtrooper body mold. But for now, that's what you get with this guy, which again isn't horrible. Of course, the arm rotates all the way around. The double jointed elbow works very well. You get about 90 degrees out of it and a little bit more, although it wants to kick back there, so that's a little bit different. We got the bicep swivel as well. And of course the trigger finger hand swivels around and has that horizontal hinge that goes up and down. And then of course for the other hand, we've got the slight trigger finger hand as well, and it rotates, but it has the horizontal joint, like so. Moving on to the ab crunch, you get pretty much nothing forward, and you get a decent amount back, and hey, it's actually painted a little bit on the inside there. But that's about what you get back with his feet on the ground. And of course you get the rotation as well, which is nice and clicky. So you can rotate him all the way around if you so choose, but the ab crunch forward, of course, doesn't really work all that well. The legs can kick out very far in typical Stormtrooper fashion when they're doing all of their kung fu moves to defeat Luke Skywalker and the Rebels. And for this one, the figure actually kind of naturally moves its leg to the side. It's a little bit straighter than I remember on some of the other ones, because normally I feel like you gotta move the thigh swivel and then bring the leg back. You still kind of have to do that on this figure, but I don't know, I feel like that's a little bit straighter than usual. It could just be my brain playing tricks on me. It's been a while since I've handled a regular, Stormtrooper mold body. The legs can kick out about that far if you're interested in Kung Fu Troopers. The double knees work really well. Of course, nothing new there. As I already mentioned, you got the thigh swivel on both legs, which works very well. And then moving down, the feet can move down very far. They can move up a decent amount, and of course, they have ankle pivot. So now that we've taken a look at the details and articulation, let's go ahead and compare him to some other figures. Okay, here he is next to my custom Remnant Stormtrooper and the Snowspeeder Luke Skywalker. Then we've got him next to some Hoth Rebel soldiers. Then the 40th anniversary A New Hope Darth Vader and the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back TIE Fighter pilot. Then we have him next to the SH Figuarts tank pilot and then the Mafex First Order Stormtrooper. And then finally we have him next to the Bandai model kit Boba Fett and my previous review, which was the McFarlane Toys Arkham Asylum Batman. So all in all, this figure is of course more of the same. It's just a repaint of the same Stormtrooper body mold, but it is a very nice repaint. The colors are striking, the details are quite impressive, especially for a Hasbro release. The weapons are what you've come to expect coming with a Stormtrooper, but it's a Stormtrooper. If you collect Black Series figures, you better buy it. It's gonna shoot up in price, and you know it will, so don't wait on this guy. Buy him if you see him in store, buy him online if you can, because just like every other Stormtrooper, his price is only gonna go up. So that is my review of the Stormtrooper Commander. If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series on the channel. Of course, I'm Nate from Out of the Basement. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.